Nothing like it in orbit.
Site is sufficient. Ship down.
Disguises again. Cowards.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat. Do I look like I want to talk? That's a laugh. You're the one with the robot. Maybe you're the scouting party. Now why don't you move along? We're not in the mood for company. Fine. Here's the story. We're Terrans. And now that you know, you better start talking. Let me stop you right there. We're a necessary force. The settled systems needs guidance, and the Terran Armada will provide it. The colony war was full of atrocities. The people in power had no respect, no decency, and their intentions cost the lives of thousands. The Terran Armada will establish a true age of peace, and war will be a thing of the past. We do what we must to prevent another colony war. Talk all you want, but you won't change my mind. True. If a situation may be resolved through communication, that's preferable to lives lost. I have my doubts on occasion. All right, enough. I would be remiss to not admit I've struggled with the words of our leaders of late. Returning to the settled systems has been eye-opening. It's not the place of evil we all believed it to be. I think my fellow soldiers here would agree. We were misled. You're right. A small group like us with no ships or robots isn't worth the recovery effort when we turn up missing. Thank you. I know you didn't have to deal with my attitude, or try to convince us of the truth, but we appreciate it all the same.
You were right. Now, let's hope we can make up for this.
Jump complete. Want to do it again?
You are
Just for
entering
fun?
United Colony space.
No?
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here?
Auxiliary.
Mine is currently Whetstone, but it changes.
Please refrain from engaging in any criminal activity.
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. Now wait, I know it's frustrating to be in the dark, but if you're willing to struggle for just a bit longer, I think I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. I'm not sure if he was, but if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
The lives of nearly every individual in the settled systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
You see any heat leeches, you've got our permission.
Another day, another shift. Everything good? We're here to help.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Few are willing to accept the truth, but at least he has reached out to you.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
If the Keeper has been to see you, perhaps he has mentioned it?
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right?
This is why. How's the investigation going? See you later.
New Atlantis puts on a wonderful show of security, does it not?
Cool spacesuit.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
We understand that you are busy, but this might be important. Anything you could tell us would be helpful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of 2 what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of 2 that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Lately I've been getting these rashes under my thighs.
You look like you need something, yeah?
Hi. How you doing?
Might want to get that looked at.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is.
There are always about 1 million things to do. I've got limited resources, but I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're no Reliant Medical down here, but if you've got credits, I might have something for you.
Is going to really shift the market. Yeah.
Nice suit. Something to report?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds the belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it? So you intend to find the truth, and then have that truth confirmed by your peers. Unity is a reality born of observation and agreement?
If it exists, it can be proven. If not now, then in time.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
He's quite something, our boss.
Heard the cabinet assembled some kind of
It's good to be back in our own ship.
Have any new books for me?
We are clear for liftoff. Pumping retros. Orbit achieved. Stabilizing. Done. Board's all green. Successful jump. Let's see what's on this ball.
Someone made a concerted effort to survive here, and yet it would seem it did not work out.
Need something?